Hey, hello, Dimitiro here from Moonguard, and this will be a quick guide, mostly intended for some friends, but I will leave it public for whoever it helps, on how to do performances as they are in World of Warcraft RP. First, what am I talking about? Here are some examples. Or something from me. Okay, enough samplers. Time to stare at my HUD here. And what you will see is the performance is one macro and one add-on, as opposed to what it kind of looks like, which is dozens and hundreds of macros or a couple of add-ons maybe. It is just those two, plus whatever special effects you want to add. So let's go shopping to prepare. Let's start with the add-on. Of course, if we are shopping for an add-on, we are on CurseForge. So to World of Warcraft, what you're looking for is StoryTeller, Story Space Teller by Lenway or Lenve Saralande. It has about 15,300 downloads right now, and you will be one more. In the game, it presents as this little blue book on your minimap, which can open this little window here, or this bigger window. So let's just do some tests here. So let's say test 2, test 3. Each line is a message. So you'll see we can read each line or skip ahead, skip back. Your character will say it in the last open text channel. So if I were speaking in party, this might be in party. As I'm in say, it is say. We can back up and do test 1 again, test 2, maybe wait a little bit for test 3 and 4. And that works out pretty good. And while that is all well and good, it takes up your mouse to be able to go up here to read, so you can't be moving around too much. Here is what the macro is for, and I will post this in the description or somewhere else, but it is simply /script StoryTeller.Frame.Read with 2 parentheses, close function. And I put this right here on my biggest mouse side button so I can push it without thinking about it. And then we can advance the story without having the mouse over there on the side. Say we want to test 3, test 4. Oh, the story's getting ahead of me. We want to skip to this one. And there you go. So what are the practical applications here? You know, you want to be able to do a performance. Let's do a rehearsal here. Say the Earth Elemental is having me walk up. Coming up next is Dimitiro to rehearse a limerick. And here I am. Step on up. You can now deliver your performance. There once was a man from Peru who dreamed he was eating his shoe. He woke with a fright in the middle of the night to find that his dream had come true. /bow. Thank you much. Taking it up one more notch is, of course, the option to add special effects, emotes, some animations. So, say the announcer's gone rogue, I introduce myself, and then I can deliver it here with some alterations. There once was a man from Peru, and I point to it off in the distance, who dreamed he was eating his shoe. We are asleep. Well, he woke with a fright in the middle of the night to find that his dream had come true, and take a knee instead of a bow. But to take it up one more notch, which is probably why you're here, is to add music to it, of course. And the industry standard thing that we've all kind of settled on collectively as the performance community is watch together. And so just go to w2g.tv and you'll be able to make a room or join a room. Looks kind of like this. Set up your name. I recommend you make an account just in case you need to make your own room. It plays, of course, YouTube videos or any of these other things apparently. So say we wanted to put some background music to it. Let's just put in some World of Warcraft ambience of Borean Tundra, perhaps. Perfect. And skip in a little bit. Oh, this just adds a lot of depth to the man from Peru. There once was a man from Peru who dreamed he was eating his shoe. And then say we knew what was going to happen in the song. He woke with a fright in the middle of the night to find that his dream had come true. So that's basically the long and short of how to do the basics. I'll just go ahead and kind of walk you through the process of how I pick a song and turn it into a performance in WoW, with whatever tangents, tips, and tricks that I decide to throw in along the way. So I'm going to clear the script in here in the game and take it out of the game again to watch together. One thing I have been eyeing for a little while is to try and do something from Chantel, who is an artist, I guess, that I know. So you can do whatever you want, basically. Stuff that is appropriate to the lore or just very general goes over well. So, like, if your song doesn't specify any locations or real-world stuff as opposed to things that happen on planet Earth, that will go over well. If your song is basically about only things that are reality, like American politics or the internet, that will not go over well. And then there is a perfect blend in the middle where you can kind of use little parody tricks to replace words, like one that I've used is to replace Balkan with Goblin, but of course. So we have some leeway here. So, looking at Chantel's songs here, one I want to try to look at is Disco Boy. And I don't want to do this first one because this looks like a music video. If at all possible, don't let people be distracted by the watch together being cooler than your own performance. So let's go down here to this one. And yes, that is just one picture. I don't know who uploaded this or why, but it is perfect. And then of course we need the script, because I know there is lyrics to this, and I'll just leave it in the background. Take it all, and then we will refine it, put a title in. I don't know if it's this way or that way. Okay, yes. And then, time to refine this. So, I want to add some special effects. I'll just do like the first few lines here.
I go to a club on a Saturday night. I order vodka to make me feel right.
That looks about right.
Dancing couples everywhere. Take a seat in the corner and stare.
And this is a part, well, back it up, where I can add a /sit because he talks about taking a seat in the corner. Place is packed, you know, like, oh, /cower is one anim you can do. /scared also works. So let's try this, and just do a quick snippet here, put it in the game. One thing I'm worried about is there's not a lot of stuff happening at the start of the song, so I'm gonna do like, I'll just do the classic /dance, slap it in there, roll this back here, and then let's do a quick little performance. So let me take this new version because I put the /dance in. And begin. I am pushing this button as usual, the storyteller button to advance. And I'm just kind of hands off here. Nothing special to happen.
I go to a club on a Saturday night. I order vodka to make me feel right. The place is bad, dancing couples everywhere. Take a seat in the corner and stare. Suddenly I see you're
And nice. So, some room for refinement, but that is sort of how I set up my performances. So one other thing that you might run into is kind of a problem that you might have to overcome is if you push too many lines at once. Like, I just pushed all three of those right back to back, and I was too quick. You might see in the bottom left, underneath some clipping with some words here, is press enter to continue, and that is a message that you will get if you try to send too many messages too quick. You're going to have to reach over and push enter to write yourself, otherwise you might be rate locked, and that is very bad because you can then get stuck just pushing the same buttons over and over again and adding to the problem. You have to push enter over and over again to get yourself back on track. With lag, it is even worse. Some of you may remember at the Tournament of Ages, there was like, 3000 ms ping, not really world ms, but just delay between when your actions would go through after you typed them. And working around that was very special. So knowing how to overcome the push enter to continue is a big one. And the thing to note where most of the difficulty comes through, actually, is the fact that you can't put macros or spells or targeting any of that into the storyteller frame here, because those are technically protected or, like, how do you call it, like secure functions. So if I try to put in here like /cast thunderstorm, which is the spell over here, it would comment itself out. Let's just deleted it. It comments itself out because it knows that is a secure function, and you can only cast secure functions from, of course, playing the game. So you can type it in chat if you're crazy, or you can have it on a keybind like I do. Kind of related to that is you want to pick your special effects based on your spec according to your class. So like, you either want to pick the class with the most special effects that you will use. So, I use Elemental because it has one of every flavor of totem that you can put on the ground. Never mind my obscene weak auras here. But I picked Elemental here, and I have purposely totally destroyed all my key bindings, and I would never take this to any content. So, something you may have to consider, depending on what spec you choose. If you have any more questions or concerns, you can seek me out, DBTRO, wherever you find me, on Discord, on YouTube maybe, or in the game, perhaps. So, ask away.